Hi everybody. Well listen, I'm so excited to be with you today. I am in beautiful Coeur d'Alene, Idaho today, and I'm about to take you into Foundation Fitness here in Coeur d'Alene. But I've got a really special time I'm going to share with you this morning. I am going to be here with an amazing triathlete and Ironman. You're going to be hearing from Shawn Burke. He's here right here. Hi, Shawn.
Welcome, Deni.
Hi to everybody. Hi. You guys, Shawn has done over 190 triathlons and over 19 full Ironman as well. He's also got a PT facility, and he's a major trainer of many other triathletes as well. So I'm here today in his facility. He's going to walk us around. So Shawn, while we're starting to walk around, tell everybody a little bit more about yourself and what you do and what you love.
Okay, so I've been a physical therapist since 1988 and been doing physical therapy for that long. Also been a personal trainer for the past 15 years. And I've owned my own business facility for the last 5 years.
Have you really? Really? So that's really a passion of yours, right?
This was my goal. My whole passion was I wanted to be able to...
show us around.
Great. So this is a very high-tech facility. We're very proud of it and very blessed to have it. What we do is we evaluate everybody who comes into our facility, and they are then put into a personalized, customized program. And we take each individual through a customized program. So we're pretty precise what we're going to do.
That's amazing.
We do a major evaluation on that person. We do a complete medical history on them. We do a movement preparation on them, and then we do a VO2 max test on them, so
on
a cardio
them as well.
test. Yes.
So Shawn, tell everybody, when you started to drink ASEA, again, you train your body every single day. What did you start to notice when you were drinking ASEA?
When it took me about 3 weeks before I started noticing the difference. And what I started noticing was I was sleeping better, and then I wasn't able to train that much. I was training maybe 5 hours a week, and my goal was to get back up to 20 hours a week. And so I got back up to 20 hours a week after being on the product. So first I started seeing better sleep, better nutrition, and then my endurance got better. And that 5 hours a week got back up to 25 hours a week.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
And how much time did you cut off your first full Ironman?
After being on the product for about 7 weeks, I cut off 58 minutes off my first Ironman.
Now, I'm not an Ironman, but that's a big deal, right?
That was a huge deal. That was a game changer for me.
A game changer. Tell us also about, now, how did you recover after? How did that go for you?
Well, normally when I have to finish an Ironman race, I have to go to medical tent, and I'm down for hours. I walked across the finish line, got some pizza, and watched the race for the next 6 hours.
And that's not typical.
It wasn't typical for me. Yeah.
And tell us what happened afterward. Didn't you go run a race even the very next weekend?
Yeah, so 2 weeks after, usually I have to take a couple weeks off of work. I was back to work. The race was on a Sunday. I was back to work on a Tuesday, and I was back to training on a Wednesday. And 2 weeks later, I did my next race and set a personal record and course record of that particular race. So I went on and raced 9 more races that year and set 8 course records and 9 personal records.
That year?
That year. And I was 51, now I'm 57.
Now you're 57. Also, tell us about, now you really put ASEA to the test on this. You did some VO2 max tests as well, right?
I did. So our facilities, we're able to do tests. Each individual comes on a VO2 max test. And what we found out is that getting people on the product, before getting on the product, we tested them. And then we tested them again after about 6 to 8 weeks on the product. And we saw an average improvement of about 38% in VO2 max.
How can you get those kind of results other than ASEA?
I've never seen it before.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it before. And I've been doing this for almost 30 years.
Really?
Yeah.
The other thing you did, so you did VO2, and then you've also done lactic acid tests as well.
So I have actually tested on myself where I did a lactic acid test. So what we do is you actually take blood from your ear and you put it in a device and you test where your lactic acid is. And then I went through a series of tests where I did a swim test where I did 100 yards and then a 500-yard test. And then we would test to find out how fast your heart rate dropped and how much lactic acid was in your blood. And I was being compared to a 19-year-old individual swimmer who was a competitive swimmer. And that was at 52 years old. I was my lactic acid was dropping about 38% faster than his was. And the reason for that is that I was able to keep my heart rate at a lower rate and clear that lactic acid at a much more efficient rate than a 19-year-old.
That's amazing. And you've done testing. You get people on the treadmills over here and the different machines.
Yes.
And you always put them to the test with ASEA, right?
We do. So we're able to test each individual that comes into our facility, either on the bike, elliptical, or treadmill. And we can test them. And what we do is we test them, each individual, for their VO2 max test, or what their cardio level is in that piece of equipment. And then we're able to retest these individuals 6 to 8 weeks later. Now, I will tell you something that just blew me away. We have an 86-year-old lady, a veteran, who comes to our facility. She's been coming for about a year. And about 2 months ago, actually 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, she says, I'm going to get on ASEA.
At 86,
At
right?
86 years old. So 86 years old, we got her on the product. I retested her on Friday of last week. At 86 years old, she increased her VO2 max by 28%. At 86 years old.
At 86 years of age.
And the data was there. I mean, the data was there. It's scientific, and there was no, I mean, it was amazing.
That's incredible. Now, you also have some other major triathletes on this as well who actually have gone on to be, they love talking about ASEA. You have a 72-year-old triathlete?
Yep. So Dexter Yates trains here at our facility. Christiane trains at our facility, and we have Brendan, who is our head injury that people have heard about, trains at our facility. So we have people, you know, our oldest client is actually our 86-year-old lady who comes in here. She trains with her 84-year-old husband. And so it's pretty amazing. And then we have our youngest is 10 years old. So we see for the fittest of the fit to the weakest of the weak. And we actually now are seeing 45 veterans. So we actually are working with veterans with post-traumatic syndrome.
Are you?
And we are seeing some great results.
So you've put a lot of people on this product, Shawn.
Yep.
Are you seeing pretty consistent results across the board?
The ones that take the product consistently and correctly, we are seeing major improvements.
Really? And what do you recommend that they start drinking?
So for athletes, we have them doing 3 doses a day. So we start off with 2 ounces in the morning, 2 ounces in the afternoon, 2 ounces in the evening. Then if after 4 weeks if I don't see improvement, then we double that dosage in the morning and evening. So there'll be 4 ounces in the morning, 4 ounces in the evening, and then another dosage in the afternoon, 2 ounces.
You know, the thing I love about this, everybody, is, you know, I'm certainly not an athlete like Shawn Burke or the people that he trains, you know, but we're all athletes every single day, right? We've got jobs, lives, and families, and lives that we want to enjoy. And if you don't have the mental capacity and the just the strength to get it done, it's not a lot of fun.
Yeah, what I've noticed about the product is that people who have no motivation because they're either being controlled by fatigue or they're being controlled by soreness or being controlled by lack of motivation. What this product does is it gives you that opportunity to, once you get that product in your body and it works with your 7,000 trillion cells,
right,
and it communicates, then you start feeling better, and then you start feeling like you can do something, and you start moving again, and then we make that process. And so everybody comes in here will benefit from the product.
Everybody benefits well.
It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, we've seen great results because, you know, I used to be controlled, my athletic performance used to be controlled by the fatigue and the pain of my body.
Right.
Now it's being controlled by my mindset, and I have my mindset and my goals is what I've done.
I know when I called you this morning, you were out on a run.
I was.
And I bet there's not a day that goes by that you don't drink your ASEA before you go out for a run, right?
Yeah, this morning I was up at 4 a.m., jumped in the pool at 5 a.m., took 6 ounces before I jumped in the pool, swam 4,000 yards.
How far is that?
4,000 yards is almost 3 miles.
3 miles. Okay, he did that at 5.
And then I got back in my car, drove, and ran another 8 miles.
Just a life in the day.
Then I came to work.
Then just a life in the day of Shawn Burke.
Yeah.
And so how do you feel at 57 compared to age 50 when you started drinking ASEA?
Well, I have raced on this product for the last 5 years, and I will tell you that I have placed more, won more races, have set more course records, have set more personal records in the last 5 years of being on this product than I did for the past 19 years when I was racing.
Shawn, that's just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game changer. I mean, I can't if it wasn't for ASEA, I would be someone who would be not motivated to get up. My life would be totally different.
Completely different. You know what, Patty, you're right. 86 is the new 66 on ASEA.
Yeah.
You know, drop a 1 on that. You know, who doesn't want to look and feel younger longer? You know, I always ask people, if I could tell you about something that could make you look and feel 5, 10, 15 years younger, wouldn't you want to know about it? And who wouldn't want to know about it? And people start drinking ASEA and having these results. Now tell us about the Renew 28. What did you start to use that with your muscles as well?
So the Renew 28, I use it before, I use it every day. Obviously, when we're out there in the elements, we need to be able, you know, we're constantly in the sun. I'm in the pool, like today I've been in the pool, then I went out in the sun, and now I'm indoors, outdoors. So utilizing on the facial was, you know, what it was made for. But then we started finding out with athletes, we were starting putting it on our muscles. So I put it on my quads and my hamstrings and my lats because it gets into the system. And what it's doing, because of the increase in blood flow after taking it, after 5 minutes,
right,
increase of the blood flow, it's clearing out the lactic acid. So what
now, Shawn, I'm going to stop you there as a physical therapist as well. Blood flow is a big deal, right?
It's huge. I mean, it's for clearing lactic acid, it's for healing, it's for, I mean, that's the communication. Increased blood flow helps tissues rebuild, helps muscle fiber rebuild, helps increase the blood flow is a huge, huge thing. I mean, that's what we do. When we exercise people, we're trying to increase blood flow. When I work with people with total hips, total knees, or things of that nature, the whole idea is to get them to move so we can get blood flow to that area,
right,
so that area can heal.
You know, and as we're talking, we're dealing at the cellular level, and all of us have cells, right?
Yep.
And you know, I used to go to the gym thinking, well, I want to have a healthy heart, healthy lungs. Actually, what we want to be saying is I want healthy heart cells, healthy kidney cells, and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah, because cells change. I mean, there's different cells in the body that change at different levels. Like the internal cells in your stomach change every 4 days. You know, you have cells that the skins change every 28 days. That's why I Renew 28. So when you look at that, you have to have the right component to make that happen. And with using ASEA internally and Renew externally, you can't get any better than that.
You know, Shawn, many of the people that you know, and chiropractors, Dr. Carl Smith even, as a chiropractor, he says, I see people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s healing as they did decades before.
Yeah.
And so we're seeing even here in his gym, he's got these athletes who are performing like they did years and years ago. And so again, I just love living younger longer, and I certainly don't mind the effects of the Renew 28 as well. Yeah.
The thing that I have that's benefit to me is I see ASEA working every single day because I see people in my gym that are on the product every single day. So there's not a day that goes by that I don't see results, that I don't see it working. I mean, I'm here 6 days a week and
really?
I see it time after time every day. So it's a motivation for me, and it's just a
reboot for them, or
no, it's reassuring for me.
Reassuring, absolutely.
That it's working, because again, it's not a day goes by and I don't see it working on my clients.
You know, even in my own life, sometimes I use it and I have such dramatic results, and I think, you know, I'm never surprised anymore, but I'm always amazed that it just never lets me down. And what we love doing is taking the Renew 28 and rubbing that on an area of concern for 3 times in 5 minutes. And I know that that's what Shawn's been doing as well with his athletes. If you've got some muscle soreness or some tight neck, rub this on 3 times in 5 minutes and start to see what will happen for you. And so do you just recommend this to everyone, right?
You know, if you want better health and you want a better life, use ASEA every single day.
All right, everybody. Well, listen, we're going to be back more. Shawn, let's just give them a quick little view of everything in here. Here's his amazing gym, very, very high tech as well. It's got all kinds of amazing equipment. Now, let me show you this. Look at the view over here. When you're on a treadmill, you're looking right out at the beautiful river, Spokane River, that then empties into beautiful Coeur d'Alene Lake. So that's a really fun way to have to work out. So we'll be giving you more updates and results that Shawn has seen. So do you have some races coming up soon as well?
Yeah, actually I start racing May 20th will be my first race, and then I'll be racing about every other week, and probably till I leave for Ecuador.
For Ecuador, that's amazing. And Shawn, will you tell them again, I love that statement that you say, you know, you're no longer...
I'm no longer controlled by the pain and the fatigue of my body, but by the determination of my mind. And ASEA has allowed me at 57 years old, when I thought my career was over 5 years ago, to now race at a much higher level than I ever thought I could do. And so it's been a game changer for me, and I cannot think, I don't know what I would have done without it.
Yeah.
I mean, this has allowed me to open up this facility because I have the energy to do this. I'm here at 4:30 in the morning until 8:30 at night, and I'm blessed because I see it working every single day in my facility.
That's fantastic. And who doesn't want to live like that every single day, right? That they're no longer limited by the fatigue of their body. They're just limited by, but their mind. Determined of their mind and to push themselves even further. Yeah. So again, I want to thank Shawn, and I'll be back again soon. So thanks a lot, Shawn.
Yeah. Check out the new video.
Check out the new video. Tell them where they can find that.
You can go to, I don't even know where you can go to it.
All right, you guys. Well, listen, in the comment sections, I'll be writing that so you can see the incredible new athletic video as well. So if you've liked what you saw here with Shawn, make sure to share it. I love to show him some likes and love, so put some hearts on here because I certainly appreciate Shawn today. So everyone, thanks so much. Bye, everyone. See you at convention. You don't want to miss it.